Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Khalid Ali, and today I'm here to give y'all the pros and the cons of being in the United States Navy. For starters, we're gonna go with the pros. Number one, guaranteed income. How many people ever worked an hourly job or commission? The pay was different like every 2 weeks, right? How about a salary job? But during times of COVID-19 or downsizing, they let you go. Now you out of a job. You don't gotta worry about that in the Navy. Only way you be out of a job is if you violate the UCMJ. That's the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Do something dumb, get in trouble, don't do that. That's the only way you're not gonna have a job. Other than that, your pay is the same. The 1st and the 15th of every month, you're getting a check. Your check is cashing, that's it. Guaranteed income. Number two, VA loan. Why you don't have a house yet? How old are you? You still paying somebody else's mortgage? I mean, if you're 18, that's understandable, but even an 18-year-old in the military could buy a house. We got something called the VA loan. I mean, you probably didn't buy one because of the down payment. It's what, $10,000, $20,000? That's a lot of money. Nobody got that lying around. I mean, people do, but if you did, you probably wouldn't be thinking about joining the Navy. You probably wouldn't have joined. But that's what the VA loan is for. When you get when you have that VA loan, it is zero down payment. Zero. Y'all heard that? You don't need no money down to buy a house using that VA loan. Number three, a chance to get ahead. It's a lot of people who never had the chance to get ahead. As soon as they became an adult, they had responsibilities hitting them from left and right. You know what I'm saying? They had to take care of this. They had to do that. They got to do that. They got to pay this bill. They got to do that. A chance to get ahead. When we go on deployments, food is provided, shelter is provided, clothes. You wear a uniform every day, 6 or 7 months. You have no responsibilities on deployment except the ones you already have at home, unless you got kids and other things like that. But when we go on deployments, minimize your bills. End your lease. You're not gonna be home. Why you still need an apartment? End your lease. Call your car insurance company and let them know you're gonna be gone. They'll lower your car insurance. Turn your phone off. You can't use it on the boat anyway. Minimize your bills. Stack that bread. I saved 20K on deployment. Easy. There's people I know who save more than that. If you have no responsibilities, you have no excuse. Save your money. Invest your money. A chance to get ahead. Number four, priority. When you're in the Navy, when you're in the military period, you're seen as priority. You're credible. Creditors would love to lend their money to you. Why? Because you're a federal worker, you serving your country. They know for a fact that you're going to get paid the 1st and the 15th of every month. They feel like they know that you're going to pay them back. They want to lend you their money. And they're going to give it to you for only a 4 to 6% APR. Credible. Priority. Post-Navy. You are also seen as priority. Jobs can't wait to hire you. You was in the Navy? You was a military veteran? Oh, we know y'all work hard. Y'all know how to do everything. When you apply for a job as a Navy veteran, you get priority over everybody else who applied that's not a veteran. Not saying you get the job, because qualifications still matter, but you'll get that call back before, let's say, civilian Nancy gets the call back, because you served the country, because you're a veteran. Now, when you get to that interview, be on your P's and Q's, know what you're talking about, prove yourself, but you get that call back first because you're a veteran. Now, that's priority. Number five, school. A lot of people ask about school. A lot of people join the Navy for school. My thing though is you can't enroll until after being in for 2 years. So unless you plan on making this a career, my advice to you is join the Navy as an undesignated sailor. That's airman, fireman, seaman. Why? Because the contract is only 3 years. You do your 3 years, you get out, you get your full benefits, you start school. That's it. Every other contract is like 4 or 5 years. I mean, if you want to get the experience, go ahead. But if your main goal is school, you join in as an undesignated sailor. You get that 3-year contract, you're done. You're out of here. You got all your benefits. Go to school, do your thing. What's up, y'all? So now I'm about to get into the cons of being in the United States Navy. Hope y'all ready. Number 1, your opinion is obsolete. I hope you don't got an opinion. If you're a boisterous person, this is a big one for you. This is a big one for you. Your opinion, 9 times out of 10, does not matter. Share it at your own risk. It's better to have everybody around you like you than not. I'm not saying be a people pleaser or a kisser, but do what you gotta do. Be nice to people. You know what I'm saying? Take care of them. Do your job. You want your supervisors to like you because they do your evals. They help you with promotion. They tell you what to do. It's not like a regular job where you could just go home when your shift is over and, you know what I'm saying? If your supervisor don't like you, he can have you stay an extra 2 hours every day if he want to. Every day. He can have you mop and sweep every day, all day, if that's what they want you to do. So, yeah, your opinion is obsolete. Number 2, long isolation periods. And this is called deployment. You'll be gone for 6 months, 7, 8, a year. Maybe longer, but it's usually mostly a year, 6 months to a year. Yeah. And the only thing you'll see is your fellow sailors, your job, your rack, and the ocean. You won't be able to talk to loved ones, friends, family, significant others, spouse. I mean, yeah, you'll get to use the payphone sometimes, you know, but it's slow. It's about 20 of them and 5,000 sailors, so you're working about 12 hours a day, sometimes 18, 20, 40. I've seen it. So, yeah, long isolation periods. Number 3, limited outlets. When you're going through something, how do you cope? How do you get through it? What do you lean on? Who do you lean on? Who do you talk to? All that changes when you're out to sea in the middle of the ocean. It does. On a ship, in the Navy period, in the military period, weed is illegal. So people who depend on that, that's out. Sex and alcohol is prohibited on the ship. So technically you can't drink or have sex for that whole 6 months to however long you on there. 3, there's a lack of phones. I mean, you can email your family. Email's available. The pay phones are available. The Theodore Roosevelt has Wi-Fi, but that's the only ship with it, and I think it's only because of COVID and what that ship has been through. Church services, limited. If you're not Catholic, it's quiet for you. They only offer really Catholic services. I never saw other services like Christian, Baptist, non-denominational. Haven't seen it. Mental health services is offered. Yeah, mental health services is offered. You can go talk to a therapist. You can go talk to a psychiatrist, and chaplain. Chaplain is the only person you could talk to, and everything is confidential. But imagine talking to your chaplain or your therapist or whoever, and telling them your innermost. Now every day, you got to see that chaplain at work involuntarily. You don't only see them when you go talk to them for your sessions. You got to walk past them in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for a lot of people, that's not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? When you get a therapist, you want to go talk to that therapist, and the only time you want to see that therapist is when you're venting your innermost. Why would you want to see them every day after that? And then the mental health counselors, they got limits on what you can say. You might say something that might make you lose your job. So, limited outlets. Number 4, no days off. How many of y'all ever called out of work sick? Whether you was sick or you wasn't sick, how many of you ever called out of work sick and you got the day off? Most of us. How many of y'all ever didn't go to school because it was raining? You just didn't feel like going to school, so you didn't go. Most of us, whether you cut school or whatever the case may be, you didn't go. In the military, whether you feel like going, whether you sick, whether you under the weather, whatever the case may be, you're going to work. Try not to go to work. That's what I was talking about earlier, violating the UCMJ. If you don't come to work, that's called job desertion. You'll be marked as an unauthorized absence, and you can go to jail, and you can get kicked out. There are no days off. In port, we work Monday through Friday. Weekends off. The hours are usually 8 hours at most. Not bad. We make up for it during deployments though. Now when we on deployments for that 6 months to a year, we working every day. 7 days a week. 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And that's jobs where, 12 on, 12 off. A lot of air rates or hands-on rates like blue collar, where you're fixing things and you got maintenance and all that. They are not working from 6:30 to 6:30. They're working from 6:30 to whenever the job is finished. And that could be anytime. Literally. Anytime. And you are expected to be to work on time the next day, no matter what time you get off. Like I said, I've seen people working 12 hours, 18 hours, 20, 24 hours. I've seen people work 40 hours straight. The job needed to be done. They could not go to sleep. Number 5, your time is not your own. How many of y'all have kids? A significant other? A spouse? Dreams, goals, aspirations, or anything that you care about that requires your time? Now, whether you know it or not, I'm a people person. I talk, and I've spoken to many people with children in the Navy. And one thing that they have in common is a gap in their relationship with their children. They've missed birthdays, holidays, parent-teachers conference, sports games, first words, births, just time, spending time with them. Some people don't know their kids. They don't know them. Their kids don't know them. They weren't around. They were at work. They were gone overseas somewhere. Yeah, marriage was kind of uncommon to me until I joined the military. I know more married people in the military than I have my entire life. Now, their marriages, though, not one to idolize. I know it's actually kind of depressing. After a while, you don't want to hear that no more because I don't need all that negativity. But I've heard stories, and this one story I heard, I mean, this stood out to me the most particularly for what I'm talking about, because it's a con. This one guy, he was married with kids. He came home from one deployment, and his wife was pregnant to another man. Can you imagine that? It's not funny, but can you imagine that? How? Why? What did he do? Or what did he not do? The only thing I could think of is, based on what I know and what's in common with a lot of the stories that I heard, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. Time is important. As women need time. Kids need time. Now, suicide is very common on ships during deployments. Isolation is real. Depression is real, y'all. Depression is real, y'all. One day I saw this lady on deployment crying. Isolated by herself, but she was crying. So I asked, was everything all right? Are you okay? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And she began to tell me, like, she was sad because she's 40 years old. She says she has no kids, no husband, and just nothing going for herself other than her job. And I gave her some encouraging words and tried to help her feel better. But y'all, you really gonna give your life to your job? Put your dreams aside for a job? Your job should be your dream. Pick a job that is your dream. Why give everything up that you wanted for a job? I mean, I get it. Some people got to make ends meet. But there is a way. It's always a way. It's always a way. We're in a land of opportunity. You got to make it happen. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams, all right? Don't. You will be sad. You will regret that. No matter what, resilience wins. You keep going. Goals. How many of us got goals? Like I said, same thing with dreams. We all got them. Everybody got goals, whether you know it or not, whether you realize it or not. Small goals, big goals, we all have goals. Something that you want to do, something that you're working toward. Now, whether you gave up on them, whether you stopped pursuing them, or if you actively are, is what sets us apart. But we all got goals. Now, I know this guy who is in the Navy, of course. He joined his first contract, did 5 years. He originally wanted to come in and save money. You know, young sailor, 18, joined, wanted to save money. You know, get your life started. By the end of his first contract, he had 2 kids. Ended up re-enlisting because, you know, now you got responsibility. You gotta make sure you got that money coming in so you could take care of things. Ended up re-enlisting. You know what I'm saying? Originally, he wanted to be a radiologist. Never ended up going to school because he didn't have the time. You know, he didn't have the time. And I guess with priorities and everything else going on, he never really got to it. And then he got comfortable with his pay grade. In the military, you know, you rank up fast. You do what you got to do. You rank up fast. You got comfortable with the money he was getting. But successful guy. But at the end of the day, he didn't reach his goal. That's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a radiologist. He settled because of his lifestyle that he created, but he settled because of his lifestyle. And I say all this to say, your time is not yours. That's the 5th con. You are government property when you are enlisted into the United States Navy. A lot of the time, you won't have time to do the things that you want to do, that your heart desires. But if you really want it that bad, you're going to get in, do what you got to do, and you still going to make it happen. You just got to be tenacious enough. You got to be resilient. You got to really want it.